Hi, my name is Deborah,
And I'm Andre.
and this is Kelsey and Teddy. So, we're both originally from Portugal. We met in Portugal. My parents are Salvation Army officers, well, retired now. And they were serving in Italy, and we came home for a vacation, and that's where we met at the Corps, where my parents actually met. So, that's kind of neat. I've been in the Salvation Army all my life. And you?
I've been in the Salvation Army since I was about 9 years old. I started playing soccer with a group from the Salvation Army. I had no idea who they were, but somehow I got involved, and here I am.
So, how old are you?
Halfway.
You are 3 years
This
old.
it.
Oops, you want to sit straight? Okay, so Kelsey is 3. She was born right before the pandemic. We consider her a pandemic baby anyways. She's really a joy to have. She's very talkative. I feel like she's a little bit like me as a child. So it's really neat to see her grow into her own person, but there's a lot of similarities. So it's really cool to see that. And she was a very desired baby. It took me a little while to get pregnant, but God really blessed us with her. I know that I have mom goggles on, but she really is the best. Yeah, she's fun to have. She really is.
So parenting to me, it's really, I think it's providing and protecting while you teach your child to thrive in the world around them. And I look at parenting as like a safe battleground to prepare them for the real world as they grow up. And so that's how I feel like it is, right? Sometimes it's ugly, sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it's challenging, but the whole time, I think our role as parents is to protect and to provide and to teach. And so to me, that's what parenting really is.
I would definitely say unconditional love. I know that, we all make our own decisions, especially when we grow older. And, parents might agree, but I think because I've always felt from my parents that unconditional love, I've seen how important it is for a child, for a young person to grow and be confident in who they were created to be. And so I really see it as unconditional love. It's very important in parenting and nurturing for sure as well. Um, as I'm on this side now, it's very interesting how things change. But I've started to talk to other parents, and it has allowed me to realize that sometimes your child might share something with you. So I'm trying to prepare myself for those days. And it may be something that it could be shocking. Well, it's probably important for you not to react because they might not come back to you. So I'm trying to think already ahead and thinking she's only 3, but maybe when she's 10, she's going to say something that she has done that I did not teach her to do. That matter of fact, I've actually encouraged her not to. And so I've already started to think about those days that, maybe I don't need to react. Maybe I need to give her a hug and a kiss and say, I'm glad you realized that was not the best choice. So it's really interesting to be on this side now and see how things are different perspective.
I think for us as parents is watching her just hit those milestones on her own, and you always read about it. You always hear other parents talk about it. And as a parent, you always worry, is she going to do it? And so just as you see her grow and just watching her character develop and her becoming her own person, she's not us. She has her own personality, her own ideas, and I think that's a really big joy. And also just seeing the values that we teach her at home somehow come out naturally, not just prompted or rehearsed in any way. It's really cool to see.
Mommy. It's definitely been a great joy to see her grow into her own self. Because when they're babies, you can't really tell their personality, and then all of a sudden, as toddlers, they start to do their own thing, and then you start to see, oh, she's very talkative. Oh, she's really like not shy at all. She's confident. So it's been a great joy to see her own person, to get to meet her as a person. And also, I just love that childlike innocence that she has. I wish she would never lose that. And the way she loves people as well. She just loves everybody regardless of what you look like. You don't have to have the coolest shoes. She's just going to talk to you and think that you're so much fun. So I really love to see that in her. Okay, Kelsey, can you tell us something? Can you tell me, what do you love about Daddy?
I don't know.
She sometimes says that.
Oh, there's more.
But it's funny.
3.
1, 2, 3. Do you love Daddy? I remember what you said at school. You said you love Daddy because he cooks for you. Does Daddy make you chicken nuggets?
Yes,
Okay. Why do you love Daddy?
because I love Daddy.
Oh, okay. What do you love about Mommy?
It's good.
What do you
I
like
love-
about Mommy?
I like my mommy make rice.
Oh,
chicken.
because I make rice. She likes my rice.
And I like mommy make rice and chicken.
Rice and chicken. Okay. You like my chicken. Okay. All right. What do you like to do with Mommy and Daddy?
I didn't know.
You like to watch movies with Mommy and Daddy?
And eat popcorn with mommy and daddy.
Okay. And then when we don't finish our popcorn, who do we give our popcorn to?
I didn't know.
Do you remember when we go to the pond?
For ducks.
Yeah, we feed the ducks. Do
Mm-hmm.
you like to feed the ducks with Mommy and Daddy?
Because I killed the ducks and they get big.
Yeah, so
Cause
they can get big?
No.
She
But-
said, "I'm scared the ducks are gonna get me."
Oh, I was scared. And then when Mommy and Daddy and Kelsey sit at the table to eat the chicken and the rice, what do we say? Can you say it with me?
I don't know.
1, 2,
two,
3.
I did green.
Say it loud so we can hear it.
Green.
Say it together. 1,
One,
2,
two,
3. God
God
is
is
great.
great.
God is good. Let us thank Him for our food. By His hands we're all are fed. For our daily bread. Amen. Good job.
And I think for us as parents of a 3-year-old, she doesn't really get, Bible lessons yet or anything like that. But we have noticed that she watches us all the time and she hears everything we're saying. And so for us, I think as we're starting to really help her develop her faith, it's really about just modeling for her what that looks like, and we've realized that we are her first experience with faith, and what she sees in us and people around her. And so we're really mindful of how we react to things, on how we speak, on how we, when someone is rude to us, how we speak back to that person, because a lot of times she's watching and we've noticed that when she sees us saying something, she will say it right after. And so I think with the faith, it's the same way. And I think for us, it's just like those things, saying grace before the meals, like making that consistent, saying a prayer before she goes to bed, reading a story before she goes to bed, those little things that hopefully will become habits, that hopefully will then transition into her own faith, I think is how we're approaching this idea of faith with her. So we're really, really mindful of that. And it, at the same time, like, we don't want to be those types of parents that just, force it into her. We want to make sure that she has that ability to one day, decide that for herself. But hopefully we've given her the foundation that she can draw from instead of we've just pushed it into her. So I think ever since we've been together, we've always felt, this desire to become parents. And as my wife mentioned earlier, it took us a little bit. We got married in 2012, we entered training 2013, and our plans were, as soon as we're getting to the end of training, to, just embark in that new adventure. And somehow it wasn't working, and after a long time, we finally got pregnant, and that was exciting. And then um, a few months into it, we lost our baby. And to us, that was probably the most traumatic thing we've experienced as a couple, and it was just not expected, and especially after so much waiting, and at that point, for us, we started wondering if we would ever become parents, and again, we were not that young anymore, and we felt maybe it's not for us. And so, and it felt like, we were trying so hard, so hard, so hard, that we were really draining both of us emotionally, physically, mentally. And we both got to a point that we said, you know what, we're just gonna stop trying. We're just gonna just let it happen. If God means this for us,
Mm.
of course we're gonna do our part. Of course we're gonna seek medical advice as much as we can, but we are gonna stop just in this forensic uh, idea of just trying to become parents. And we said, we're just gonna pray to God. And I remember that we both prayed that prayer, and we said, God, you know the desires of our hearts, but if this never happens, we still trust you. We still love you.
My biggest desire in the whole world is really for her to have a wonderful, strong relationship with the Lord. That's all I ask for her. That will make me just the happiest mom. And seeing her grow and being interested in listening to a Sunday school class, it really brings me a lot of joy, because I see that she's receiving it at such a young age, only 3 years old, but she's actually interested. And she sees, like yesterday in youth programs, we talked about Jonathan and David and the friendship and what it looks like to be a friend. And she was really listening. I was surprised. I didn't quite expect her to be listening so attentively. And she was talking about what a good friend is. And so these things are gonna hopefully build our character, right? And draw closer to the Lord and see those examples in the Bible. And, just think, wow, yeah, this is my God. This is the God that I want to serve. And so if that's what she grows to achieve, that's the biggest achievement for me.
Yeah, I think as parents, you want her to become whoever God created her to be. And so I think our goal as parents is to create that space for her to really thrive and become whoever she was created to be by God. And I think if she ever accomplishes that, I think as parents, that's at least for us, that's how you've done the right thing, that you've raised it the right way.
Hey, Kelsey, can you tell me something?
Mhm.
Is Jesus a good guy?
You say to me, these are the good guy or bad guy?
Yeah. Oh, okay. You want me to ask, is Jesus a good guy or a bad guy?
Good guy.
Yeah. Is Jesus your friend?
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Jesus will pick me up.
Yeah. Do you listen and read stories about Jesus with mommy and daddy?
Yes.
Yes. Do you like it? Yeah. It's fun.
I think some advice we would give to, I guess, first time parents or new parents is just get used to change. whatever we planned as parents, whatever we thought we knew as parents, whenever she was born, she changed all of it, you know, because, people say this all the time. And I think once you become a parent, you realize that how true it is every child is different. And then whatever works for one doesn't work for the next. And I think as you become parents, it's really important for you to not only get used to change, but to also be okay that everything doesn't work for your child that maybe work for every other child, and it's okay, and sometimes whatever it takes for your child to get there, it's okay. There's no perfect formula to raise a child, I don't think.